The Sterkfontein Cave Tragedy. On September 29, 1984, Peter Verhulsel and his friends set out on a dangerous cave diving expedition in South Africa's Sterkfontein Caves. As they went into the depths, no one could have imagined the upcoming disaster. Peter was exploring the caves when something unimaginable happened. He found himself trapped, alone, and starving for 3 agonizing weeks. This fateful day turned their adventure into a tragedy. This is exactly the fatal story of Peter Verhulsel. Who was Peter Verhulsel? Peter Verhulsel was a 29-year-old experienced cave diver with a passion for exploring the unknown. He had extensive experience in cave diving. Peter was known among his peers as a meticulous and cautious diver who always prepared thoroughly for his dives. As a married father of 2 young children, his family was his greatest joy. Peter's love for diving was matched only by his love for his family, making his tragic fate even more heart-wrenching. The prelude to tragedy. In 1984, a horrible incident took place when Peter Verhulsel and his friends visited South Africa's Sterkfontein Caves. These caves, known for their archaeological significance and breathtaking formations, became the site of an unimaginable tragedy. The Sterkfontein Caves are a part of the cradle of humankind, a World Heritage Site that has yielded some of human history's most important fossil discoveries. The caves were opened to the public in 1900 after being found in or around 1896 or 1897. Geologist Dr. D. Draper had previously reported on the finding of fossilized bones nearby in 1895. But it would take many more years before it was understood that the prehistoric humans had utilized Sterkfontein and other caves. Following that, the comparable deposits were discovered on the nearby farm of Kromdraai, where a paleontological reserve was established in 1946. However, Peter and his friends set off on his dangerous journey out of curiosity and to map the depths of Milner Hall, a lake within Sterkfontein Caves. Milner Hall, named after Alfred Milner, a British colonial administrator, is a challenging dive site known for its narrow passages and labyrinth structure. Despite knowing the risks, Peter was confident in his abilities and meticulous in his preparations. Peter was confident in his abilities and his meticulous preparations. The Sterkfontein Caves, located around 6 miles, that's 11 kilometers, from Krugersdorp and about an hour's drive from Johannesburg, South Africa. There are a network of limestone caves that have fascinated scientists and explorers alike. The cave structure is complex with narrow passages, deep lakes, and hidden chambers. For cave divers navigating these underwater mazes, it's a test of skill and endurance. The demand for lime contained in limestone expanded as a result of increasing mining, agriculture, and construction projects. This material was employed both in production of cement and in the construction process to combat soil acidity. It was also used in agriculture where farmers added lime to livestock feed to raise the calcium content. In mining, lime balanced the acid used in the gold processing process. However, accessing these lime caves required heavy-duty dynamiting, which revealed the cave entrances and allowed scientists to discover their hidden treasures. The largest of the cradle caves, the Sterkfontein Cave, revealed a series of astounding fossil discoveries that supported the claim that Africa was our place of origin. The caves, which the University of Witwatersrand owns, are attributed with 2 great discoveries: an Australopithecus head known as Mrs. Ples, discovered by Robert Broom and John Robinson in 1947, and Littlefoot, an almost complete Australopithecus skeleton going back more than 3 million years, discovered in 1992 by Philip Tobias and scrutinized thoroughly by paleoanthropologist Ronald J. Clark. Dive begins. On September 29, 1984, Peter Verhulsel, along with his friends, ventured into the Sterkfontein Caves. They were well prepared and confident, equipped with state-of-the-art diving gear and a detailed plan. The goal was to determine the depth of Milner Hall and map the underwater passages. They descended into the cold, dark waters, their light cutting through the inky blackness as they navigated the tight spaces and treacherous terrain. Peter's journey began smoothly. The team communicated effectively, moving methodically through the cave's labyrinth structure. However, as they ventured deeper into the cave, the situation started to deteriorate. The narrow passages made navigation difficult, and the silt stirred up by their movements reduced visibility to almost zero. Despite these challenges, Peter and his friends pressed on, driven by their desire to explore and document the unknown. As the team ventured deeper into the cave, the narrow passages became more challenging to navigate. The visibility dropped, and the water grew colder. It was here that the situation took a turn for the worst. Peter became separated from his group, a dangerous situation for any diver, but especially perilous in the confines of an underwater cave. Peter's separation from his team marked the beginning of a harrowing ordeal. He quickly realized that he was alone and lost in the dark, cold waters of the cave. The passages all looked the same and without clear visibility. It was nearly impossible to find his way back. Panic began to set in, but Peter knew that he had to stay calm and think clearly to have any chance of survival. The desperate struggle. Peter's training and experience kicked in as he tried to retrace his steps. He used his remaining air sparingly, knowing that every breath counted. He marked his path with a reel of line, hoping that it would lead him back to safety. However, the maze-like structure of the cave made it difficult to navigate, and he found himself going in circles. Peter's thoughts turned to his family as he continued to struggle. He left a message for them in the sand at the bottom of the cave, hoping that it would be found if he did not make it out. His message was simple and poignant, a testament to his love for his family. His message was simple but poignant, a testament to his love for his family and his hope that they would understand his passion for exploration. Meanwhile, Peter's friends realized that he was missing and quickly initiated a search. They traced their steps, following the line that Peter had laid out, but the poor visibility and complex cave structure made it difficult to find him. Time was running out, and the team knew that the chances of finding Peter alive were diminishing with each passing minute. Rescue teams were called in, including experienced cave divers who knew the dangers of the Sterkfontein caves. They worked tirelessly, navigating the treacherous passages in an attempt to find Peter. The search was complicated by the cave's narrow passages and the silt that reduced visibility near to zero. Despite their best efforts, the rescue teams were unable to locate Peter in time. The tragic conclusion. After days of searching, Peter's body was finally found. He had succumbed to the cold and lack of oxygen, alone in the dark, silent depths of the cave. His message to his family was discovered, a heartbreaking reminder of the risks he had willingly taken in pursuit of his passion. Peter's death was a sobering reminder of the dangers of cave diving. The Sterkfontein cave tragedy highlighted the importance of proper training, preparation, and caution when exploring these underwater labyrinths. It also underscored the need for improved safety measures and rescue protocols to prevent similar tragedies in the future. For those who knew Peter, his death was a devastating loss. His family, friends, and fellow divers mourned his passing, remembering him as a skilled and passionate diver who lived to the fullest. His tragic end also served as a wake-up call to the diving community, prompting discussions about safety training and the inherent risks of the sport. Final thoughts. Peter Verhulsel's legacy lives on in the hearts of those who knew him and in the lessons learned from his tragic death. His passion for exploration and dedication to his craft continue to inspire divers around the world. His story is a reminder of the bravery and determination required to explore the unknown, as well as the importance of safety and preparation in the face of danger. As we reflect on the Sterkfontein cave tragedy, let us remember Peter Verhulsel not only for his tragic end, but also for his adventurous spirit and his love for diving. His story serves as a testament to the human desire to explore and discover, even in the face of great risk. So the next time you hear about a cave diver setting out to explore the depths of the earth, remember Peter Verhulsel and the lessons learned from his tragic journey. Let this story be a reminder of the importance of safety preparation and respect for the environment, and most importantly, let it inspire us to continue exploring, discovering, and pushing the boundaries of what we know, always with caution and respect for the dangers of what lie ahead. Thank you for watching, and please leave your thoughts and comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories and adventures.